Today's technology evolves with almost incomprehensible speed. Ever new, ever exciting, with endlessly fascinating stories to explore. Thus the birth of overexposure.
Lately, the world has seemingly witnessed an inordinate number of disasters. Imagine losing all of one's possessions, oftentimes in an instant. Interestingly, though, when people are shown either frantically grabbing whatever's around before the inevitable occurs, or painfully salvaging whatever's left after the event, there's one thing that remains a common objective: to find family photo albums and photographs of any kind. The house can be rebuilt, many of the possessions replaced, but those images of yesterday and yesteryear can never be recaptured. Even mementos and souvenirs from past events just don't tell the story like the photographs can. Some black and white photos can date back more than 100 years. Today's technology brings with it the old blessing and a curse. The blessing, the unequaled convenience of digital photography. And the curse, the frightening and unfortunate aspect of digital imagery. You can realistically lose all of your wonderful digital memories in one painful, heartbreaking, and irreversible second. At the top of my pain in the you-know-what list, computer crashes. And then there's rare but real cloud disasters, a virus, even a power surge at just the right, or should I say wrong time, along with other catastrophic possibilities. Today we're at Calumet Photo with Zane Davis. He's going to give us some critical pointers on how to preserve your priceless, irreplaceable digital images. Zane, what kind of media or medium do you recommend for the safe and archival storage of images?
Honestly, whatever's easiest for the customer. The biggest challenge with backing things up is just remembering to do it.
Well, considering CDs and DVDs deteriorate with age, what should we do with all of our collection that could represent thousands and thousands of images?
The answer to all these questions is redundancy. Have it on multiple formats, have it on things you're comfortable with, do whatever you need. I'm a big fan of hard drives just because they have a lot of capacity. CDs, a lot of people like, or DVDs, because you can just kind of organize them by date, you throw them in a binder, and you don't worry about them.
Well, what about the future when the medium for retrieving information from CDs and DVDs no longer exists? Kind of like the floppy disk. So should we transfer all of our images from CDs and DVDs to hard drives?
Again, it's just, be aware. Like if my wife just got a new MacBook Air. Okay. It doesn't have any kind of DVD or CD player, so we made a point of, before getting it, making sure all those files were on some kind of drive so that we then had them. So just, try to always have at least something around that can read them, and if you know you're not going to have something, take care of it in advance. Considering
that they're mechanical devices, hard drives, just how safe are they? I mean, I understand that they're also vulnerable to the ravages of time, and not to mention physical abuse. So does that reality make the future for a solid state a preferred and obvious option?
Well, solid state has issues too, so again the key here is just redundancy. Never trust a device. Your hard drive is going to fail, it'll happen someday. Your CD is going to break in half, it'll happen someday, whatever. Make sure it's several places, so whenever any one does go down, you can then back up your other already secure copy. Despite all the advantages of cloud technology, do you recommend that as a backup or a primary option for storing one's images? Well, for primary storage, the big problem is just access time. You're going to have to download things, upload things. Obviously, it's a lot faster to just have things on your drive. Okay. But in terms of backup, cloud is really probably one of the best ways to go, because not only is it redundant with the files that you have at home, it's also most likely whatever server you're sending it to is going to be backed up itself. In any case, would you recommend also having an on-site storage system set up in addition to the cloud? Yeah, I mean, even for stuff that's considered archive that you may not need to access regularly, it's still good to have a copy around. Just, you never know, could come up. Thank you so much for your time. All that information was very helpful. We appreciate that. Yeah, thanks. It's been a pleasure. So many folks seriously doubted that film would ever fully be taken over by digital photography and imagery. Well, for those folks, the unthinkable happened. Nowadays, we take more photographs and shoot more videos than ever before. Credit our ever-present cell phones with that one. Well, hopefully our discussion here at Calumet Photo with Zane has made you all more aware of the need to back up and store your digital images and photos. For all the power of the written and spoken word, nothing can tell your life story tomorrow as the photographs of today. Sometimes backing it up just isn't enough. You gotta back up the backup. Hey, was that a crash I just heard? Or is that somebody's hard drive?